Yes, Winstrike versus Virtus Pro on Wednesday. It went 2-1 to Winstrike. Virtus Pro looking strong in that first game, but ultimately falling down to Winstrike in the last two. Winstrike taking it back and taking that series 2-1, taking the 2 points, leaving Virtus Pro with just the 1. And looking at this lineup here for Shadow Demon and Axe, wouldn't be surprised to see a Phoenix come out here for Virtus Pro. I know a lot of the analysts have been saying that Phoenix is probably the best support in the game at the minute. It's
5 seconds remaining.
It's a great combo with the Shadow Demon and the Axe, because obviously the Axe can use his call to protect the egg. Anyone that's trying to right-click it, even with a Weaver, if you catch the Weaver in the call by the Axe or the Shadow Demon's disruption, it makes it really hard to take that egg down. Obviously, Axe will be looking for like a 2-3 man call, Shadow Demon then to clean up the other hero. Or one of the other heroes of this disruption to stop the Supernova from being cracked. You know, Oracle and Weaver being picked up by Hellraisers. Oracle, obviously, good survivor hero. Once he gets that false promise, I say good survivor. He helps your team survive. Unless he gets focused on, yeah, the Phoenix being banned out there. As Pangolier will be picked up by Hellraisers, so they want to go in on this. Weaver as well. It might not be the position, or the core position Weaver. You know, we've seen some position 4 Weavers, and usually it's the same as the sniper meta at the minute. That's position 4. You rush their Aghanims, you know, you get a couple of other items, pipe or something that's going to help your team survive. This is a good counter to the Weaver and the Pangolier, actually, and the Oracle, actually. But yeah, so the Weaver gets the Aghanim Scepter, can use the time-lapse on its teammates to help them survive. Meanwhile, Oracle also using the False Promise, keeps somebody else alive, and the circle goes on and on and on. Pangolier being able to use the Rolling Thunder takes away a lot of the spells you could use to finish the job on a Pangolier. So Silencer sees these 3 ultimates that not only help fight here for Hellraisers, but also help them survive. False Promise, Time-lapse, as well as the Rolling Thunder, and they just say, we'll get rid of them. If it comes to the point where we're killing a Weaver or an Oracle or anybody on Hellraiser's team, we don't want that time-lapse, we don't want that False Promise coming out. So we burst them down, we pop that silence, the global silence, and then we finish the job. As Lycan will be picked up by Hellraisers, good, strong, pushy hero. Actually goes well with the Pangolier, because while the Lycan split pushes one lane, Pangolier pushes another, can help clear off waves. You know, he's got the anti-push as well as the push. The Swashbuckle, if your lanes are being pressured, the Pangolier can come along, just clear those in an instant.
5 seconds remaining.
And it does mean that Virtus Pro need to be careful about this Lycan, because Lycan, we've seen it before, that he gets pressured in the lane. You take all the farm away from this Lycan. He gets a couple of levels, gets himself to level 3 or 4 by like 10 minutes, then goes into the jungle, just farms up a helmet with the Dominator, and all of a sudden he's the highest farm hero in the game. So Hellraisers, good pickup, and again, good synergy with the Pangolier. It's good push potential from those 2 heroes. But Virtus Pro, with the Phantom Lancer, they need to be on top of this Lycan. They need to make sure the doggy gets no treats, as Phantom Lancer will be picked up. Good, again, good strong fighty hero. It's, if the Pangolier goes for the Maelstrom, items like that, again, he will be able to clean through these Phantom Lancer illusions, but I assume the Phantom Lancer wants to get that Diffusal Blade, get on top of the Pangolier, shut him down before that even happens. You know, just really be able to force these fights with the Axe, with the Phantom Lance, you know, really take control and dominate these fights. But Hellraisers, are they going to let them get to this? Because a Pangolier and a Lycan, if Virtus Pro on top of the game, they could see the tier 2s, the tier 3s being pushed by 20-25 minutes. In fact, I think the earliest I've seen with a Hellraisers, the combo they have with the Pangolier and the Lycan, I've seen tier 3s being pushed at 15 minutes. So Virtus Pro need to be on the game here, even with the Phantom Lancer, because the Phantom Lancer wants to get his Diffusal Blade, probably a Manta style, though we have seen, like the Troll build, just going straight for the Yasha after the Diffusal Blade, getting a Heart, getting a Basher, something like that, so not completing on the Manta style straight away.
Virtus Pro's turn to pick.
Hellraisers, they take out the Bristleback. Again, another good hero, very tanky. The Bristles help him clear through team fights as well. He wants It fights.
Storm Spirit.
Okay, Virtus Pro. Go for the puck. Ban. And then the Storm Spirit pick. It's a little bit different, so it is going to be the pause 4 silencer, I guess.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Yeah, I can see this. The shadow. Oh god, we're returning to the Shadow Demon meta.
What just happened?
As we get.
Какая жизнь?
All our voice lines being spammed here so far. So HELLRAISERS have got themselves 15 seconds left of this final pick. Potentially a mid laner, the Weaver in the safe lane, the Lycan in the off. Maybe. Do you want to play this as a position for Leshrac? Okay, let's see how HELLRAISERS want to play this. Kasani on the Leshrac, Nyx on the Lycan, so it is going to be that position on Lycan. Funnick on the Pangolier, Roger on the Weaver. Oh, no Seb on the Oracle this time, I'm afraid. Just waiting here for Maposhka to pick up his hero. There we go. Meanwhile, Zayak on the Shadow Demon Resolution on the Axe. We've got Solo on the Silencer, ILTW playing the Phantom Lancer, and no one on the Storm Spirit. So, looking at this HELLRAISERS lineup, you have the Leshrac, Pangolier, and a Lycan, even the Weaver to some extent with the Sakuchi, the Swarm. Going to be putting pressure on buildings, as well as lanes. Fairly easily, you've got the Diabolic Edict from the Leshrac, obviously the Wolves, the Helm of the Dominator, the Necrobucks coming up for the Lycan. Pangolier just going to be able to clean up the creep waves with the Swashbuckle. And Virtus Pro, it isn't the quickest lineup in the world with the Phantom Lancer, with the Storm Spirit. You know, Storm Spirit, you want to be building into like the Orchid and then the Bloodstone. Axe really only needs the Blink Dagger to be effective, though a Blade Mail wouldn't go astray there too. As Virtus Pro, are they going to be able to delay this first game? Because HELLRAISERS, this is a pretty quick lineup here, if I'm reading this right from HELLRAISERS. They probably just want to come along at this game.
So this whole mess is all your fault?
Virtus Pro, ILTW with a 1424 still doesn't have the new heroes.
See you later, nerds.
Prepare for battle.
Okay, has everyone got the voice lines out of the system? Are we...
Такая халява.
Now has everybody got the voice lines out of the system? Okay, it looks like we are good to go. So looking at this, Roger in the offlane with the Weaver. It'll be interesting, I assume Maposhka rotates down to help out the Lycan at some point. But yeah, Rogic, I guess the couple name here, Funnick and Roger, just taking the outpost, making it a little bit of a pain here. Obviously, they won't keep that. You probably see Zayak TP to the tier 2, move himself to the outpost and take it away. But back on the top lane, ILTW does show himself.
The battle begins.
It just looks like they're going to give it up. A 2-for-2 trade on the bounties. And we do see Maposhka. He's moved himself down slowly but surely. It shouldn't be too long before he moves himself. Well, he's just going to go for the TP. I thought he might have walked, but maybe want to be there to support the Lycan from the start. It's actually going to be the Silencer that TP's up to the top list. So Solo, yeah, playing that pause 5 Silencer, I guess. I know it's a Solo, but I thought you may have played the pause 4 But it looks like they want to give that over to Zayat. From the pronunciations I've been told about. It does make it easier once Resolution gets the Berserker's Call to be able to set up for that. Banish comes out from the disruption. Again, no Berserker's Call, just counter helixes. So Nyx gonna be losing creeps, gonna be losing wolves, doesn't really want to be coming up, and he actually loses last hits underneath the tower as well. That's really harsh for him. Not gonna last hit just yet, so Resolution really making it hard underneath the tier 1 tower here for Nyx. Even Zayat's getting a couple of denies. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see the skill builds coming out from Axe once they go for early points into Berserker's Call, because sometimes we do see the Battle Hunger coming out at level 2. But with the disruption, it could be a good setup here to go on the Lycan with that call. Yeah, okay, he is going to go for the Battle Hunger. So Berserker's Call probably going to be level 3, maybe even level 4 if he wants to get another point in this. Really put the pressure onto Nyx. You on mid lane, how is this going? No one, 8 last hits to the 4 here of Kasani. Kasani going for the Lightning Storm as well as the Split Earth. So not taking this Diabolic Edict just yet, which doesn't surprise me. He obviously doesn't want to start pushing yet. Lightning cancels a salve onto no one. That is a bit of a pain in the ass. You know, that's one of those... Well, if I just step back a couple of seconds early, our Resolution's getting pretty darn low, though. The creep's going to be cleaned up by the Shadow Poison. Banish comes up from the disruption onto Zayat. Miposhka, Resolution healing up with the salve. The Root comes out into Zayat, so he's going to be chased down. Miposhka gets himself back on the lane. The Shadow Poison sticking up. Resolution again still doesn't have the core, but the Battle Hunger, one more right click might still tick down. Resolution will get the first blood with the Battle Hunger. Yeah, 2 points in that, like I thought. Probably goes for the Berserker's. Shadow Demon being chased down by the wolves, and those wolves have still got themselves 10 seconds left. I don't think it's going to be enough damage, especially with this tango on the Shadow Demon, but it's going to be a whole lot of harass here onto Zayat. Miot top lane, they're going to chase down Solo, so he's going to be able to get himself back swashbuckle, but there's no mana as he had just used it. Roger chasing underneath the tier 1. ILTW actually gets the kill onto Funnick. I thought Roger, just keeping an eye on Roger, I thought he might have dove the tier 1 a little bit further with the Sakuchi. Solo will be able to get himself out safe. Back on the bottom lane. Resolution, he's got the creeps here. He's just pulling them from behind the tier 1, between the tier 1 tier 2. Got the counter helix. Maybe he does go for another point into the counter helix then at level 4. So the Root comes out onto the Axe. Creeps doing a little bit of damage. The Wolves as well, but Resolution is going to be fine for now. Zayat does TP down to the outpost here. Does he have he does have a salve for Resolution as well if he wants to pop it. No vision. So Miposhka though, he gets the Root. How did he get the with the Observer Ward? So now they're going to chase Miposhka down. Roger does get the kill onto Solo this time on the top lane. Miposhka with 4 points on the poison stack, but the Fairy Fire does keep him alive. Barely keeps him alive. Does he still tick down? It's going to be close, but 9 health. That tango really does move over to Resolution, but Resolution 2 points into the counter helix now. He's going to be fine. Would have been finer if this Observer Ward wasn't there so we could get a full salve. But still, the pull coming out, Miposhka just being pushed back here now as well. Zayat sees Zakaria. One more right click. Is he going to try and get himself in range? If they walk straight down, it would have been underneath the tier 2 tower. So he just has to walk down and around and away. Once again, the wolves do come out. What level wolves are they? Level 3 wolves as well. So they are going to be able to put the harass onto Shadow Demon of the Courier. The wolves change their mind. The D-Ward coming out from Zayat. Zayat's going to be taking a lot of harass. Doesn't get the D-Ward from this. One more right click. The animation and using the stick does keep himself alive for now. The wolves again, 25 seconds. Do they try and chase down this time? There's going to be bounty runes. The wolves just going to race on ahead. Body blocks now as well. Is he going to try and go on to down on the bounty rune? No, it doesn't matter. Zayat does pick it up. And Resolution gets the one in the river. But the wolves, again, they chase. They do damage. They won't be able to finish the job on Zayat's. But he will force him back to the fountain.
Illusion?
Up the game sounds? Okay, I'll mess with that in a second because resolution is Miposhka being dove underneath the tier 1. Resolution doesn't want to go too far though. I still don't understand the tower aggro. He's throwing damage onto Miposhka, but it doesn't automatically shift onto resolution. So we have 3 points into the counter helix. So the root will be there next now. Trying to come into resolution, but resolution is a tanky boy. Even got those phase boots, the wind lace here now as well to make him fast. Meanwhile, in the river, no one. He's going to be able to take down Kasani. Does he get the kill onto Roger now as well? Roger's going to get the Sakuchi off. No one. He's got a little bit of health left. Korea wants to bring in a clarity. Could be nice here. There's no one. Just starts to move himself back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, let me know how the sound is now. I have adjusted it. It should seem a little bit better. But if not, I can adjust it a little bit more.
Radiant are scanning.
No one in the mid lane. How's this farm looking? We've not actually checked in with him. We saw him in the river. He's going for those power treads. He's got himself the rub of the Magi already, so he's got that bonus in. As Roger has taken over this mid lane, Lishrak just moves himself into the jungle here. Kasani looking for stacks, looking for farm. Does have 2 points into the Diabolic Deed now as well, so he might start to look with the help of Funnick to push down towers. Swashbuckle comes out. The slow from the thunder. And what is the slow on the lightning storm? 0.6 seconds for 75%. It could be longer. But you can't complain about that 75% slow. That is the real deal. As resolution, still trying to creep skip, look for these. Just the free farm, I guess, looking for the blink dagger. Oh. Mid lane, they take down Roger, who is, with the help of Zayats here. No one level 7. What level is Roger? Level 4. Yeah, no surprise that when you get locked down by Zayats as well as no one early point into the vortex, your level 4 hero dies. Hands up, anybody? Surprised by that? Anybody? Yes? No?
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Nyx already has 1 point into the Necrobucks. And wants to build off. Go all 3 levels in the Necrobuck before going Helm of the Dominator. I thought you might have gone an early Helm of the Dome after that level 1 Necrobuck, but not to be. As ILTW going towards the Diffuser Blade, like starting off, is actually going to go towards the Manta style Yasha as well as the Ultimate Orb queued up here. So Funnick wants to come in on ILTW, going to be spotted by the creeps. Nyx is here now as well with the Wolves. Rolling Thunder does come through. Doppelganger, how many points does he have in it? Has 1 point. He's going to try and get himself back behind the tier 1 tower with the Rolling Thunder. Still carries on, and it looks like ILTW, the Wolves, the disruption from side. So they change targets onto the Shadow Demon now as well. He's going to be chased down by the big bad wolf ILTW. You're going to be able to get that TP away. Mid lane though, the dive comes out onto the Lishrak. Kasani is going to be able to get himself away from this. Resolution now does have the call, brings Kasani back, throws out the Culling Blade because it's going to be a little bit too early. Just, I don't know how much health he had left, but it was just a little bit too early though to throw that one out. Roger, actually 3 points into that, so he's going to try to move himself away. No, moves himself back into the path of Solo. So Solo with the int steal, or the temporary int steal for now.
See you later,
Just
nerds.
gets himself a couple. What happened there? Miposhka was on the bottom lane. Or was he? Huh, okay. ILTW just finds him in the TP, I guess.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I genuinely thought I saw Miposhka TPing back to the tier 2.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So after having both outposts, I think. Yeah, it looks like it was both outposts. They're going to be able to snatch that one back. Or did they trade? I think they traded top for bottom.
Radiant's middle tower.
No one. It's going to be seen Miposhka. Miposhka waits with the root, but no one is going to be able to ball himself forward now as well. He has the Vortex, just holds it for now. Doing the damage to Miposhka, now the Vortex as well as that Remnant. One more right click. The stun from Leshrac. That split earth. No one. He was aware to it. Just with his Observer Ward, so he balls himself away before getting that final right click. And he could have gone back in as well on Miposhka if he needed to. Meanwhile, Funnick. It looks like he moved down. Oof, gonna be able to find himself a stack. Very nice stack here now as well. What's coming out of the courier? Is this... Okay, it's not Roger. This must be Funnick's. Yeah, it is Funnick's. Complete one. As Lycan in the jungle has that level 2 Necrobook now as well. He's not too far off the level 3. About... a creep camp and okay, he stacked it up now, so this creep camp should be enough, I do believe, to be able to pick that Necrobook at level 3, and at that point all bets are off. I think HELLRAISERS, they're just going to start to look to move as 5 and push down towers.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yep, gold is there, he buys it out. Nix, what's he going to do? Because he has 7 seconds on his Necrobook now anyway. So Funnick moving down, but Resolution is here. Funnick tries to come in. The disarm though doesn't actually latch onto Axe. It doesn't proc the... He has the Blink Dagger here now as well. So gonna make it oh so easy to get on top of the Weavers. To get on top of everybody.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
The next label play. The next label play.
Silencer. 3 rings of protection. Now, call me daft, but a position 5 silencer might build a Vlads, might build an urn, but no way do we see this AC. No, I guess he was just scared. I mean, you've got to look out for, he was being gone on by the Weaver, and that point in the Swarm, even at level 1, it's just so hard to deal with. And you earn, well, before these 3 rings of protection, which offer you 6 armor. Are they going to dive in onto Leshrac? Are they going to be able to find the kill? Or is that false promise? It's not going to be there because the global stance comes out. Leshrac, the Coin Blade, Resolution. Again, just jumping the gun a little bit, or at least the blade. As Funnick comes in with the Rolling Thunder, Resolution should be killed off here in return. Nyx does get the return kill, and he wants to go further, does he? There's going to be ILTW with the Spirit Lance onto the Weaver. Weaver will be finished off here. No one does get the kill with the drag back. And the big bad wolf forced to run away and maybe lick his wounds as he's down to half health, down and out of mana.
Radiant structures are fortified.
So you lost 2. Yes, you lost your mid laner, that's bad, but net worth. Not as bad as losing your axe. Your axe has more net worth than the Leshrac at the minute, and Kasani, are they going to carry on chasing onto this? Does he have his Diffusal Blade here, the Phantom Lancer? He does, but Kasani does have backup. Maybe no one wants to dive. We'll be coming across the Weaver, looking for this bouncer, and he gets there in time, and now gets the Vortex, the Zip, the Remnant. The damage onto Roger. Roger, you probably don't want to chase this. He's double your level now, mate. It's just going to be for the bounty, but no one zips ahead for that one as well.
Tower is under attack.
Stop playing Roger.
Radiant's
that?
middle tower is under attack.
I guess it's not a core weaver here. He's going towards the Lotus Orb.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
ILTW finds a kill mid lane. Miposhka a little bit too far forward. And ILTW, he wants to go here. They've got the momentum. They've got the creeps. He might look to push this bottom lane out. Hellraisers. But do VP want to dive this? Resolution, again, he has the Blink Dagger. If you come a little bit too far forward, he's going to be able to find a good call. But it looks like Lycan TP's out. Furnick plays it safe, just backs himself off. So they don't want to go into resolution just yet. The swashbuckle from range can cancel that Blink Dagger as well. But Furnick just holds himself for now. He's got 2 mana regen as well, so that 350 swashbuckle slash range not going to be coming out just yet. I mean, it comes out at level 30, so it is a ways away. But the 2 mana Pangolier's regen, yeah, it takes him to 9.8 with a clarity, 3.8 otherwise, so that plus 2 mana regen makes a big deal. It's over double what he has at the minute. The swashbuckle comes out. ILTW going to beat the sound of the Rolling Thunder now as well. Global silence, but the Rolling Thunder is already going. Now Leshrac comes in. He's just going to try and go for the right clicks onto ILTW, but ILTW resolution already gets a kill onto Roger. The root comes out, but the doppelganger is going to try and dodge it off. ILTW is going to be able to get himself away from this disruption now as well. And it looks like Nyx, the big bad wolf, does take down the silencer. No one going to be chased down now as well. Out of mana. Swashbuckle off the mark, but you see the resolution. Zayat's being chased down by the wolves. Resolution, did he have anything to stop this? He actually walks himself, and the Yule Scepter would have stopped it anyway. So a 5-man wipe going the way of Hellraisers, the Wolves, the Necrobooks. They are all up. It's a tier 2. Necrobooks, 22 seconds. So they're not going to pressure this tier 2 tower just yet. They just want to back up here on the side of Hellraisers. And that puts Lycan in pole position for the net worth. What's that? About 800 gold. I'm surprised he's not gone for the Helm of the Dominator. He's just going straight for the AC. But that would deal with... how much mana armor is that, actually? Yeah, unit and structural armor gets reduced by 5. So Silencer, he's become pretty much useless. On top of what the Weaver can put out with... how much building armor? 16. So yeah, it even makes the buildings easy to take down. I mean, that's what the armor, it would have made them easy to take down as well. But you've even got a Silencer. 11 armor. How much has ILTW got? He's got... okay, so he's got another shield, so that's -3. So that's minus another 5. It takes him down to what? 12 there? Dax 5 completely nullifies his armor. And that's what Lycan wants to be doing. That's what he's building towards now at the minute. And they are going to be going into the Roche pit. Roche, the minus armor stacking up for him now as well. Down to, well, the bug gets taken care of. It just fades away. Do they know this is happening? There's no scan from the Dire, so they're not going to be able to scout this one out. As Axe wants to put pressure onto this tier 2 tower with the help of Zayats. But he's not going to stick around too long. Everybody missed it on the side of the Radiant yet. Virtus Pro don't know where Hellraisers are, so if they get caught out here, they could lose another bad team fight. Well, now Miposhka as well. Kasani's showing up. Nyx is on fire. Oh, Furnick. Roger and Solo meeting up in this top lane. Does he want to dive? Doesn't go the right way. Solo underneath this tier 2 just keeps himself safe. I said keeps himself safe, but
bottom tower is under attack.
Hellraisers want this tower. They're going to be pushing this one in. Yeah. How far away from this is he? He's about another 1,300 gold.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And he's going to have the the Necrobooks. He already has the Necrobooks. That was like 10 minutes ago. What are you talking about? He's going to have this AC. So let's see. Solo just had himself still in the trees. He has that global silence up. But now they know he's there. The curse comes out. What was...
Radiant's
Okay, it was just a ping. I thought there was a bounty being placed. Solo in the trees. Does have the TP. Just going to use it. Gets himself out safe. The swashbuckle. It was just a little bit away.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Oh, he would have had no way to stop that TP out anyway. It was way too late. He doesn't have a Yule Scepter. Doesn't have a Bash or anything like that.
Tower has fallen.
To even stand a chance.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So Leshrac, does he want to lead the line here against ILTW? I don't think they have vision. And well, now they have vision. The smoke is up. Okay, so they're not going to go for it. ILTW just being allowed to walk himself away from this. It was a two-man gank, you know, they could have got the route, waited for the doppelganger to come out, or the split earth, and then waited for the doppelganger to come out, and then go into the route here from Maposhka. Kasani, even with the age, just didn't want to risk trying to take a fight, or just didn't want to take an ill-positioned fight here against ILTW, and potentially the rest of the team.
Dire are scanning.
So ILTW's got himself the Manta style. What? Oof. The next level misclick there from Solo. I don't even think it was to get no one out. I don't think no one was in danger. Quite literally, no one was in danger. So that global silence, and they know it's down now as well. Hellraisers know, because obviously it affects them. Do they want to try and make something happen with this? Nick's in the mid lane, just on the illusions. Oh, the courier? It's not going to be dealt with. Yeah, the illusions get cleaned up top lane now as well. Splashable. No one's going to be able to get himself away. Just in the trees with the bloodstones. Actually going to go for the Shivas, so no Orchid. Mid lane, Rolling Thunder's going to be there though. The TP gets cancelled, and the right clicks from Roger. The disruption, it doesn't save your life. Roger gets it. Zayat, well, he gets it, and Roger claims the kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So Resolution, he's waiting. He does have this Blink Dagger. He could get a good call. I'm not sure with Virtus Pro follow-up because no one's not on the lane. ILTW's not on the lane. Axe, probably not enough on his own.
Has fallen.
Resolution here doesn't want to try. Yeah, he's just going to let this tower fall. That's fair enough. Oh. Call comes out. It's just going to be onto the Necro Warrior. Okay. Weaver waiting up the hill. Solo. Still 14 seconds before that global's back. Swashbuckle comes out. It might be even longer if they can find this kill the disruption. Not going to be there because Zayats isn't on the lane, and Solo gets found out, killed off, and they're going to carry on going. Resolution gets low. Killed off by Kasani. No buyback on Resolution here either, and I'm not sure what they do to defend. Virtus Pro. Well, it looks like they don't want to pressure the tier 3 tower here, Hellraisers. They just want to go carry on farming. You know, it secures their safety.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And the global silence. The transformation was already out from the Lycans, so it wouldn't have stopped him chasing down anyway. Oh, they're going to dive in for Nyx. Nyx going to be slowed here by no one. No one. Are they going to be able to do it? Vortex, the damage, the Remnant. Nyx tries to just get a little bit of return damage, but even ILTW getting involved. And the 6 times unstoppable streak goes the way of Zayats. Probably wanted to give up ILTW, who is, again, now top of the net worth.
Find laying around.
Stupendous.
So ILTW with a basher. Oh, are they going to be able to find... Yeah, Funnick. And this time Resolution lands the Culling Blade. Lands a good Culling Blade to finish that kill. Kasani going to be chased down to Fusel Blade. The damage is there. Kasani pops that PKB. Pops his Illusion Rune. And just barely gets away on a quarter of his health. And now, VP's turn to pressure. Roger, he's got the Lotus, which is going to be nice for purging. Can you purge the purge? Is the purge purgeable? Cannot be dispelled. So, Diffusal Blade, I guess.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Oh, did you see him here? Roger, looks like he's going to be able to get himself away. Don't go back in. But he is going to go behind now, looking for... He's going to find, at least, if he moves himself back, a courier. Too early, move himself along. Just out of the flight path here of the courier.
Dire are scanning.
We're going to see a 4-man smoke, though. Roger, it might break. He's also smoked. Smoke breaks as he gets himself over to the top. Funnick gets caught out. Global silence now as well. The call. Funnick, though, he's still alive. He gets the swashbuckle back in. Even through the global silence. Roland Thunder's going to come through. Looks like Resolution could be in a whole lot of trouble as the split earth's going to be used again. Axe, he's just going to be rolled down and killed off. Nyx chases down Zeiss. He wants to go even further now as well. There's going to be a vortex onto the Oracle and the big zip away by the Storm Spray, but it looks like Solo. He's going to be left solo. The chase, Miposhka spots him. Kasani now as well. The swashbuckle. Do they have the split earth with a slow? The Thunder, that shield crash. Kasani will claim that kill. There's ILTW. Building towards the Abyssal. They're still here, mate. They are still here. You show yourself in lane, you put yourself in danger. Well, it looks like 2 of the heroes have already moved themselves away. Aegis up in 1:27. Oh, Roger. Again, you gotta be careful. He does have the Sakuchi and ILTW, no reveal. So Roger is gonna be able to get himself away, throws that swarm out, just stops the push in from ILTW. As Funnick. 0 to 11? That's
Radiant are scanning.
That's not bad. He has the Paladin Sword now as well. It's going to help him with a swashbuckle, keep him alive, keep him in these fights, do the damage. And we get a Waka-Meepo. So yeah, let's just take a look at everything. Win probability in favor of VP. I guess it weighs up the Phantom Lancer's net worth because he's 1,000 gold ahead of Lycan. Is a pretty big deal. Items, what's everybody got? You'll set Tron Kasani as well as the Kaya. BKB, he's used that once, so I think that's down to, is that down to 8 seconds now? Yeah, down to 8 seconds. He's used it in that last fight, and he used it when he was being ganked in the mid lane. Bloodstone on no one. No one has 16 charges, so benefiting a little bit from that solo. What's he building into? 4 stuff. So he did turn that Ring of Protection into a buckler. So the unpause comes. Is there going to be a fight to follow it up? It looks like LTD is just going to be happy farming up. Gets himself a Titan Sliver. Does he use that? Sticking with the Imp Claw. Maybe give it to Axe. Rezo definitely wouldn't mind that. Solo. Yeah, he is building towards the 4 staff. You know, he's not... well... just over halfway. Just needs that last 900 gold. As the mid lane. There's a group it up. Is there a smoke on the Radiant? Doesn't look like it from what I can see. Maybe one coming out on the courier. Nope, just gonna be the telescope. Rezo, he gets the blink forward onto Kasani. Kasani going to be found by two. The jump forward as well. The ball line, they're going to be able to kill off the track. Couldn't get that BKB off, and now the global silence, but Rolling Thunder, because of the load sub, Rolling Thunder could be cancelled now as well. So, though, does he try and chase down Nyx? Nyx is going for it. He's going to go for Zayat for the disruption. So the Necrobucks, are they going to try and turn this around onto BKB? It doesn't matter, there's still going to be a call here, and ILTW just right-clicking down, trying to chop this wolf down. Will Resolution going to be able to use his Huntsman's Axe as the Rolling Thunder does come through a few, but Stone Spirit, he wants to carry on going. Nyx, again, the false promise will be there, but the damage, it's going to be stacking up onto Lycan, and Lycan should be found out and slain here as Miposhka as well shows himself, and no one just dive sword gets the kill onto Miposhka.
Radiant's middle
So
tower
VP,
is under attack.
good fight for them. No big bad wolf for 60 seconds. This is going to be a tier 2. Do they carry on to the tier 3? It looks like ILTW wants to force out buybacks. If not buybacks, then tier 3, maybe a lane of racks in the mid lane.
Structures are fortified. Dire structures are fortified.
Disruption. It's going to get more of ILTW going now as well. He has the Manta Star, so these are going to be long illusion times. As this tier 3 tower in the mid lane gets taken down. Weaver trying to do its best to skip the wave, but it doesn't matter because the wave that's here is just being kept alive. Even just this creep as well as this range creep, they could probably go for this ranged racks. Just going to let the illusions do the job. Swashbuckle only disarms one. It looks like one more right click. But the melee is gone. That range rack's down to less than half health.
A golden thread.
And Hellraisers, well, they just got caught in a bad position. If you look, there wasn't even really vision here for the Dire.
Radiant's
It was just a good blink by the Axe. He got the vision. Oh, he's going to go in deep now. Once again, BKB going to be popped back aside. But if nothing else, he bait out a BKB.
Dire are scanning.
Dual Sata onto Resolution. Are they going to be able to catch this one out? Split Earth now as well. Axe, he's going to be rolling through it up with the disruption. It's going to save his life for now. BKB pop by Nyx. He's going to try and chase down Zayas. Axe, Resolution. Is he going to be able to get himself out of this? Global Silence comes out, but Axe is already dead. And now it looks like Silencer will follow. Chase is on from the Wolf. Well, he's going to be walking himself into a run now as well, but no one. He still has a lot of mana to get that ball away. He actually balls himself in onto Miposhka. Now he gets himself back out. Vortex, is he going to be able to find anything out of this? Kasani going to be slowed down. No one is out of mana. The Swashbuckle isn't actually going to hit, but he's going to be slowed down. What slowed him down? So a good return fight here for Hellraisers.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
Roshan
Tower is under attack.
goes down, but they're going to try and fight this one out. He picks up the Aegis. It's actually going to be Kasani. Funny though, being chased down, doesn't have the mana for a Rolling Thunder. Kasani now going to be dived on the Lotus Orb. It's not going to be enough to keep him alive. So Aegis will pop at least once. 2, 1. He is back. The Vortex. The BKB to be popped with the call. It keeps Kasani still. It keeps him, well, it does actually keep him killed off for now. So the cheese gets Kasani back to full health. Kasani does, they still want to chase down ILTW. Changes targets down to Roger. Zayax going to be killed off by Nyx now as well. But Roger, ILTW does finish the job. The drag back in. Lycan, is he going to be able to get this kill onto the Storm Spirit? And now Resolution being chased down. The Wolf form doing work. Necrobucks as well as the Wolves themselves solo. And again, this is going to be a great fight for Hellraisers. They lose 2 Force Staff away from solo, but it's only up onto the high ground. The Split Earth, they take down ILTW. Gives up his 3 times kill streak to Miposhka. And solo, it's only a matter of time, but he is wasting time. The route onto the Silencer now as well. But Nyx, one more right click, claims the kill. No buybacks on VP. 33 minutes in. Kasani, that cheese, and Aegis kept him alive. And everybody celebrates with the voice lines. So Kasani disruption's gonna be though, but where's the rest of his team? There's no Storm Spirit for 45. There's no Phantom Lancer for 36. They can use the Pulse Nova to clean off the creeps, the Edict, as well as the Swashbuckle, and then put pressure onto this tier 3 tower mid. This is going to be a return racks here for the side of Hellraisers, and I wonder if they carry on going. 20 seconds till Phantom Lancer, 23 till the Storm Spirit. So the melee racks goes down, the Call just catches the Wolves as well as one of the Necrobugs, and now the Wolf form comes out. They're going to chase Zayat. Has to back himself away. It's going to be a good mid lane racks in for Hellraisers. They get both. Should even be able to get all 4 bounties out of this now as well.
Dire are scanning.
And Nick's not too far behind on the net worth. And it closes the gap with every team fight they take. ILTW, what's he gonna go for? He's got the butterfly queued up into the Satanic. But is this going to be enough? Lycan has the Basher, Abyssal Blade being worked on. About halfway there with the gold that he's got. Oh, it's just on the creeps. I heard a call, yeah, but Resolution, how's he doing? Pipes up, going towards a Crimson Guard. It's alright for Resolution. Okay, lag's being claimed. Hopefully it doesn't take too long to get back into this game. Axe, do they have the vision of this? Well, they have the vision of the creeps being taken down and maybe a couple of remnants being placed as well. LTW Solutions show themselves on the bottom lane as the double Kati wave will push in. The disruption now as well. So illusions of illusions. Pango doing some D1. They need to be careful. If they stay out too long, they're going to lose this bottom tier 3. They do still have the top tier 2, so that means it can't be megas. But if they don't put pressure into the fence soon, yeah, Furnikid's going to come down. He does have the Maelstrom as well. But this tier 3, it's ever so close to going down. 289 health left before they even responded. Storm Spirit even finds a leveler. This is going to be solo dying. Okay, it's going to be solo dying, but that leveler, it's going to be so good for LTW.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Spell Prism, the mana regen is nice. That's going to be good for the Silencer. Maybe the Axe just gives him a little bit more regen. Means he can get these calls off a lot quicker, as well as the Battle Hunger. Top lane, Punic. No one tried to dive. But just wasn't able to claim the kill. Both teams getting themselves a witless Shaco. Shaco.
All in service to imbalance.
Kasani, he wants the Boots of Travel. Does he lead the line here now as well? He does have the Yule Scepter. Is this bait? ILTW does show himself, but Kasani doesn't go for the Yules, maybe thinking that's just an illusion. But Hellraisers, they've pushed out this bottom lane. Oh, Ninja Gear. Phantom Lancer with the Witless Shaco just being a tanky beast. Jesse gave this up for the ninja gear.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
I guess Storm Thrower is actually going to be the one to take the Spell Prism. So Kasani, again, still leading the line. Still looking to push, or at least just stop the wave from pushing in. But even with this set of racks here, the mid lane, it's going to push just because ILTW keeps pushing it in with his illusions. Zayats keeps making illusions to push in the wave. Axe can come along, counter helix it in a couple of seconds. To catch up with it. Oh, Zayats. Sorry, Zayats. Resolution. It's because I had Zayats on the brain from talking about him. Resolution. The smoke breaks, he instantly blinks himself away, but Ninja Gear, so he's going to be giving himself the solo smoke. Which is very... it's deadly if you're not with the rest of your team, because you've got to look how Hellraisers are moving, even though they're slightly further apart. And you'd think they could still respond, you know. Nyx just pops that wolf form, pops the shapeshift, and then closes the gap instantly. Solo hanging on to the Vambrace. That would be a great item for the starter. Probably swapped it over to... I mean, if he keeps it on strength, it keeps him alive a little bit longer, which isn't bad. He obviously gets the magic resistor as well. Swaps over to Int, the +6 spell amp. That's not too bad. I mean, you've got to look at the silencer, position 5, permanent intelligence stolen, 8. The 0, 7, and 8 should be a good indication to him having not such a great game, but if you were ever in doubt, 8 stolen intelligence at 40 minutes, 41 minutes, that's just poor. As Nyx does find resolution this time. It looks like he was trying to steal the outpost.
Radiant's bottom tower.
But did steal it.
Attack.
Did he get it in time? It looks like he didn't. Both teams just a little bit worried, putting the pressure on, taking team fights. Storm's for it without the buyback, so it's the Lycan, Axe there as well. And coming into this late game, this is very important to have. You know, you need to be able to respond. If you take a bad fight on your side of the map, if you take it on the other side of the map, you know, on your enemy's base, that isn't too bad because it gives you time to respawn. But if you take it in your base, you need to be able to have this buyback for defense. Hellraisers. Oh, Nyx is going to go for the hunt onto Solo. Solo with the 4 staff, though. Is it going to be enough? Because, well, the Abyssal Blade comes out. The Vortex, it drags back the Wolfman. Even the Disruption might save Solo for a little bit, but Burning with the damage should still be able to pick this one up. Solo, though, just gets out of range, and the pulse doesn't matter because the Wolf, it chases up that bash onto the Axe now as well. Rolling Thunder comes into the base. There's no tier 3 tower to help defend. ILTW on the backlines, trying to do what he can to Kasani. The false promise is there now. Again, another Rolling Thunder. Is there going to be a swashbuckle through? ILTW as well as no one trying to do what they can. They are going to go to kill the Shrek. The Shrek has the buyback for it, though might not be so lucky as he does barely get killed off there as well. Nyx in the base trying to chase down Zayats. It would not be worth it as the buyback comes out with that global silence. Means that you lose all 3 cores here on the side of Hellraisers for an Axe and a silencer. But this is what I'm talking about. You lose it on the other half. You lose it in the enemy base. Yes, they push quickly with ILTW, but still, by the time they push down to this mid lane racks, you're looking at maybe the next wave, the next 2 waves. Maybe a Roshan that you probably have to give up here. In fact, you probably definitely need to give it up here. No vision, so you don't even really know this is happening. VP, it's going to be interesting to see whether you try and push this down and try and fight the mid lane and maybe even end the game. There's no Lycan for 46. By the time you get down there, it's going to be about 20 seconds on that respawn, which you don't really want to buy back on anyway, just because you're kind of hoping your team could defend, wait, and if you die again, then you buy back.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So ILTW, he's trying to open the opportunity for Megas here by taking this tier 2 tower on the top lane.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
What's he going to be able to do? He's going to carry on going here, ILTW. Dive in the base. Bukusani does have the BKB and the Yule Scepter if he needs to use something defensive. The split up does come up, but now the dive forward as well. It's going to be the Aghanim Scepter, but onto the Stone Spirit. So he catches everybody for a good call now as well. Kasani, though, still the false promise. It keeps him alive to dive back as Nix. What's he going to be able to chase down? Because if he dies here again, no buyback on that Lycan. 1,200 gold away from this. The buyback did come through from Zayas. Now the change targets the stun onto Kasani and the chase down from the illusions and the global silence. Funnick, he tries to get himself away with a swashbuckle, but only gets himself caught in the call. Even with the Lotus Orb, the shield crash, Funnick will still eventually be taken down. Funnick, time lapse comes out from Roger, so that didn't actually see that up, so he will be kept alive for a little bit longer, but another good Vortex drags 3 heroes back in. Swashbuckle, but the damage has been done. Buyback on Mapochka. Mapochka does still have his false promise if he needs to use it. Kasani getting real low, but still surviving several times in this fight. VIRTUS Pro, do you want to try and end this game right here, right now? They smoke up. They might look for a rotation into the mid lane. Maybe. Or a follow-up. If they think things are safe here, Hellraisers, yeah, they're going to go for a rotation. Splitting up, though. Maybe this is to get themselves out safe. Top lane. They're being pushed out here. Nyx, yeah, so they didn't double back on the smoke. VIRTUS Pro. Just playing it safe. Because again, you've got to look. No buybacks apart from my LTW and Resolution. They don't want to be losing a fight. Storm's going to go in deep. Who's he going to find? He doesn't actually find anybody just yet. Sakuchi on Roger. But the D-Ward, well, it's essentially for a sentry. No actual vision. There's no one. Just continues to dive around with the ball line, and he has 19 charges, so his mana regen is up there. That's not too bad. Rezo.
Radiant's top tower.
He's going to try and stack up for this tier 3. Who has the repair kit here on the Radiant? Roger. He's already used it once. Do you want to try and go for this? Kasani going to be chased down. Meanwhile, the back lines, the dive comes in deep. It's going to be onto the Nyx. Global Silence comes out now as well. Nyx going to be caught out. Has that BKB. Still going to try and chase down Solo. So is he going to be able to get himself away with his life? The Rolling Thunder. It keeps Funnick on the... He gets trapped on the high ground now. He has to use that shield crash to get himself back out. And Solo, once again, does get out as Kasani killed it back in the mid lane. Chase is on. Buyback from Kasani now as well. Rezo catches the Weaver, and it looks like Roger. No buyback for him. So 2 heroes down. No one, though. I think they're going to try this out. Kasani trying to do everything he can. He's going to be base bladed up now. They have the damage for the kill on Kasani with the Yule Scepter. Kept alive for a little bit, but only 300 health. Aegis has been popped. And VP with 3 hero advantage. No buybacks on Hellraisers. Are going to be giving up the GG in this first game. So it took 48 minutes. Pretty much 29 kills, 27 on Hellraisers, and a 15k net worth lead. But VIRTUS Pro finally pull it out the bag and just slowly grind Hellraisers down for the loss. So guys, that is game 1. We're going to take a quick break. It's going to Yeah.
See you later, nerds.
So yeah, whether the Nature's Prophet actually wants to stick in the mid lane, or whether he's just going to find a few levels, move off into the jungle, and then maybe let Solo take some mid lane XP, maybe let Resolution take some... Well, Resolution's going to be busy in the off lane. So let Zayats maybe. But up against the Kunkka, it could be hard. Just because Kunkka, if he gets an early level advantage, you know, as a melee hero, you don't want to be coming up against the Kunkka if you're like level 3, 4, Kunkka's level 7 or 8, because he's got the combination to kill you off quite easily if he gets the farm out of it.
Coming through with the coming through with the
So, again, hopefully the pause doesn't take too long. And we get ourselves ready.
来，你打我，来，你打我呀！
So yeah, Funnick is going to go into the offlane with Roger. Roger, he's just gone for the basic position 4 build. Sometimes it's tangos instead of clarities, but he has been given a tango, I assume, from Grimstroke, yeah, who's got 4. So 1 given over, 2 given over to Kasani here now as well in the mid lane. It's... I've not missed that while casting games. Not at the very beginning, at least, anyway. So yeah, Nature's Prophet, he's already gone for the Core of the Nature, Nature's Call. Whether, again, he wants to use these in the mid lane up against the Kunkka, because the Kunkka's going to be able to cleave these down once he gets a few points into the Tiebringer. Just going to be extra fun for him. 3, 4 heroes though, gonna make themselves down. Roche Pit solo is there. He's actually gone for the Curse of Ravenous, so he's gonna be trapped in with Roshan and 3 heroes. And well, Roshan has been procced, but he turns his anger onto the Kunkka, and Kunkka helps secure the kill. As Funnick claims the first blood, he's even going to take an outpost away from this now as well. Doom looking for Terrorblade, but Zayat's not going to be able to find him as Terrorblade hides himself in the trees. In fact, Nyx with the Quelling Blade, well, apart from this gap, which Zayat's had a keen eye on. Zayat's does see him. He's gone for the Devour level 1 though, so it looks like he's just going to devour the range creep. Get the experience from that, and then let this lane will push towards the Radiant, even with... So these go over the body blocks. It'll make it harder to last hit underneath this tower. The creep's just outside of it, actually, so they get pulled over. Metamorphosis could be top level 1. Resolution, Stroke of Fate. Are they going to try and do the damage to Resolution or not? Nick just using this Metamorphosis to try and get the right clicks in, the denies in. And Resolution, he takes the harass as Zayats looks like he's going to go for another block. Maybe even another pull. Yeah, so he pulls through, Stroke of Fate comes out, so Maposhka trying to do as much harass as he can to Zayats, and Zayats only has the Devour, and that's only up in 25 seconds. So he's going to be taking a whole lot of harass. Meanwhile, the top lane, ILTW up against Funnick, and Funnick's just throwing the harass right out onto this Morphlin. Solo chasing down Roger again. Curse of Avernus appears, so he is looking to harass out Roger. And Roger just trying to run it away. Will be able to get away with the boots. Has the superior movement speed of the Fisher, but he's on the wrong side of it here. So Funnick underneath this tier 1 tower. Curse of Avernus is going to be used. He does have the Timber Chain again if he wants to get himself away, but it's not going to be too far. In fact, the silence comes out. ALTW, does he come through for a little bit of damage? Only has the adaptive morph attribute shift even. So Funnick can play it not completely safe, but he does have level 3 now, so the reactive armor Just make this a little bit of a safer play. Fisher comes out though. Solo will in death. Solo, is he going to be able to get himself away from this? Doesn't have the aphotic shield. He's still a little bit off level 2, so the timber chain comes through. Funnick picks up a second kill. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, Inkswell, Miposhka is there. Stroke of Fate up in 5 seconds now as well. Resolution, one more right click. Is it going to be enough? He does pop the salve, so it's going to cancel the salve. Stroke of Fate is up. He's going to be able to find the distance. No, well, not with the magic missile now as well. And Zayat's trying to do damage with his right clicks, but the Stroke of Fate still comes through. Going to be a 1-for-1 support for support. Picking up the Scorched Earth. So bonus movement speed coming out. And the damage over time. Metamorphosis 20 seconds away. And Nyx, Zayat. I'm interested to see how this lane plays out. Is Nyx is going to get aggressive with Miposhka, with this Inkswell, with the Stroke of Fate, or whether it's just going to be like this, just trading off support for support.
The next level play. Next level play.
Meanwhile, Solo looking for the pulls. He will be able to clear off that neutral creep camp. Funnick is here now. The aphotic shield is out, but it gets instantly popped. The Fisher now as well. Solo going to be locked down. Do they have enough damage onto this Funnick? Chase him with a Woe and Death. He does have a timber chain up as well if he wants to go for this, but there was no angle to find it. So Roger just finds it with the right clicks, the enchant totems, and the damage. Zayat, he's still pulling through. And Rezo on this offlane Vengeful Spirit. I don't know whether to call this a core because Zayat is going to be able to get farm. He's got himself the boots. Resolution. Yeah, going to go towards the Blightstone and the boots of speed. So I know Resolution plays the offlane anyway. Have to see how far this Vengeful Spirits gets in this offlane though. As Nyx, 2 points into the Metamorphosis. If they get a good Inkswell off, they might be able to find another kill into Resolution here. Top lane, Funnick, how's he doing? More last hits and ILTW at least. ILTW even having to use this adaptive strike to find the kills onto creeps. As mid lane, I talked about it. Kasani, 3 points into the Tidebringer already. Nature's Prophet, where are these treants going? Where are they being popped up? As top lane, bottom lane even, sorry. Roger TP's down. Zayat might be able to trade this one off. One more right click onto Miposhka. Is he going to be able to get it off the salve? Not going to be able to cancel this. And now does he turn around onto Roger? He does have the Infernal Blade, but underneath the tier 1 tower. Would have probably cost him his life. Resolutions. Spirit. Is it going to be enough to find this kill? The right clicks are going to be there, but it gets popped as he respawns. And Roger barely stays alive here. If the Doom had committed for it, he probably goes down to the tier 1 tower, but in combination with the Vengeful Spirit, might have found the kill. Would have been worth it though. Not dive underneath the tier 1 tower again. Another Inkswell. There's going to be the TP in by no one, and Nyx is pretty darn low. No one, no. Miposhka will be killed off. These treants been spawned. As no one just goes for the TP out. No X marks the spot to bring no one back. And now the Infernal Blade. Roger going to try and go with the Enchant Totem. There's going to be Wave of Terror, but Roger is still alive. And now the X marks the spot comes out. The boat, it drags Resolution back into the path. Resolution, can he get himself away from this? The Magic Missile onto Kunkka. Kunkka's pretty tanky. And Resolution will in fact get out safely this time. Even no one getting back. Forced to TP out from the Kunkka. Let's just take a look at the fight recap. Yeah, it was only the Grimstroke that went down, so only a little bit of gold and a little bit of XP for that skirmish, but still. You're taking it away from the Grimstroke at the position 5. The gold is really hard to come across. You're giving it over to no one. You're giving it over to the Vengeful Spirit. Top lane. How's Funnick doing though? Are they just going to leave him top here? Solo, it looks like it. Solo up against Solo and ILTW. Yeah, Chakram does fly through. Solo, Timber Chain comes forward now as well. Does have the Aphotic Shield in a few seconds. But bottom lane, once again, Magic Missile. Grimstroke's going to go down again. Inkswell won't keep him alive. In fact, to dive. Roger, are they going to be able to get this?
Radiant's bottom tower.
As Nyx has already moved himself into the jungle, there is going to be a courier. Does Roger go for it? The Enchant Totem, the right click finds the kill as the Magic Missile flies.
Your cause is doomed.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So the bottom lane
Radiant's
going to be pressured in by Rezo, Zayats, as well as no one. Kunka's rotating down, but Kasani down to about 2/3 of his health. Really thinking about going back in for it. Has TP down? No, they're going to try and make a dive for Rezo. Rezo doesn't have a swap, but there's the Infernal Blade. Chakram comes through. Rezo dodges most of it, but still takes the initial fly out. Mid lane, Kunka. Level 8 being picked up. 4 points into the Tidebringer. 2 into the X-Maxer spot now. Gonna help set up with Roger if they get a good X-Maxer spot, but there is a ward. So we'll see Roger moving in. In fact, Solo don't even need a ward. Solo will just see Roger. Has to be careful though. Only level 3. No borrowed time to come out.
Invisibility.
They've shifted lanes. Grimstroke, Maposh gonna try and find some XP and damage onto ILTW on the top lane. As Funnick just tries to push back Rezo. Rezo, the magic missiles there, so the Timber Chain or the Chakram, whichever one was being primed, won't be able to come out here from Funnick. And now the TP's up. Well, Roger, he's finding himself in the middle of 3 men. Roger going to be chased down Zayats with the Infernal Blade. Even the Sprout coming through.
Tower is under attack.
And the Nature's Wrath secures the kill. Prophet happy with that. What is it for, is it just bonus damage per bounce? Yeah. So it's bonus damage here. This is on the Wrath of Nature per unit killed, +4. Really helpful in the middle of a fight. If you know there's a lane that's slow or there's something that you can see that's slow, you pop that out, gives you a good damage boost. That's Prophet. Actually not going to go for the Blade Mail, going to go for the Maelstrom, it looks like, just to help clear waves.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Maposhka's Zayats is level 6. Infernal Blade comes out. He just moves himself away from the Inks. Well, is it going to be a Sprout? Maposhka. Sprout is going to be there, but it's going to be a 2-man TP or a 2-man rotation. Roger just holding that fishing for now. X-Marks the spot onto Zayats. Does he want to throw out the Doom? X-Marks the spot. Going to be brought back. The Torrent there. And Kasani will find a kill. Might even find himself some treants as no one doesn't move these back. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, chases on into Solo. Solo going to be chased down again. Only level 5, so no borrowed time. We'll have a tome in 15 seconds if he wants to pick it up. How's Nyx doing in the jungle? In terms of net worth at 10 minutes, he's second highest. He is just being left alone. Oh, the outpost snatch. Do they have the top? They have both. But with 3 heroes hunting, they're not going to keep it for too much longer.
I will be the talk of the lane.
ILTW.
See you later, nerds.
Groups up with Rezo as well as Solo. Help find this tier 1 tower bottom. So they're at least going to pull off on this.
For my coffers.
Mid lane. Do they want to go into Funnick? Funnick can just escape the Sprout with, obviously, all the tree killing spells he has. No one not going to be able to keep him locked down. You would be relying on that magic missile. As well as maybe the sounds from the Curse of Avernus. Top laner, they're making the move. Maposhka with the ink, felt the Doom onto Kasani now as well. Chases out the Sprout there, though. The right-click damage. One more right-click. Maposhka will be taking down Zayats. Infernal Blade in 10, but there's going to be Chakram flying through. Is this going to be enough to dissuade? He will still tick down to the Doom here now as well. Funnick gets himself back. Do they want to chase? The Sprout comes up, but Timbersaw with a Quelling Blade of all things gets himself out of the Sprout. But this tier 1 tower being pressured. Wave of Terror onto Funnick, the Blightstone now as well, so he's going to have that armor reduced still up by 26. Treant's going to try and do what this can. This tier 1 tower will fall. The deny from Funnick, not there. Mid lane, Roger maybe chases out onto Solo, but Zayats is still here. He's got himself the phase boost now as well. The Infernal Blade up, move speed not going to be slowed down, and one more right click. The waveform comes forward as ILTW has himself the mini Morphlin from the Metamorphosis. Try saying that 10 times fast. Zayats will try could still go down, pay with his life for this fight, but they're going to try and chase on Kasani. Once again, Resolution has the swap, so he gets the swap back, and the Morphlin takes down Funnick. The Metamorphosis, the waveform damage, it is there. EP break the 10-kill barrier.
Structures are fortified.
Oh, even Maposhka might go down. Once again, the train's chasing him out. Prophet with the TP. They see it, and it's just like some sort of horror. Yeah, the right click.
Comes at a price.
Leave us.
But a horror show there. Like a slasher flick for Maposhka everywhere he turns. No one showing up looking to kill him off.
Is under attack.
For this.
Top lane solo. Does have the borrowed time now. Gonna come in with the Aphotic Shield. How's Nick's doing? He dropped to third place, second place on the net worth. Yeah, second and third, depending on how the Nature's Prophet is farming. Roger just teasing those enchant totems, but Solo's not really scared him. Again, he has the borrowed time. He knows he can just run himself away if he needs to. Nick steps up, going towards that Sanjin Yasha. Tim's going to be there. The courier gets taken down with the extra damage now as well. Bo3 in a Aphotic Shield. Are they going to try and take this kill after the borrowed time gets popped? Do they have the lockdown for Solo? Now the enchant totem, the inks, well, they might have it with 4 heroes. Solo trying to buy space, buy time. He's still running himself away though, the Fisher. And Kasani will eventually get the kill. But this buys space for Resolution on the bot lane to find farm. It buys space for no one in the jungle. It buys space for ILTW on the Morphlin. Zayats has the Doom back up as well. So top lane, this tier 1 tower, it might go down here. The TP coming in from Solo to try and defend this. Meanwhile, the bottom lane, does ILTW want to go into Funnick once again? I don't think he does.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Just moved himself towards the mid lane, which does leave this bottom lane free for Rezo to farm up. But it's Helm of the Dominator. So you've got to think, Zayats, he's keeping this critical strike. The pack leader aura here as well.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Which is 30% bonus damage on something like Morphlin. What do you think there? An extra 60 damage when he's in range of this. And he's going to have a shotgun pretty soon here as well. Just needs the Ghost Scepter, which is about 1,200 gold away. So looking at maybe a 16-minute Ghost Scepter here.
Radiant are scanning.
And how is...
But I'm worth so much.
Kasani does have the Spirit Vessel. Roger, about halfway through the link. Oh, Zayas yet seen. Spunnick's here now as well. I think going to go for the Doom and try and fight this one out. Wave of Terror flies through. But it looks like Hellraisers are retreating as VP try and close the gap to Zayas. That's going to go in. The Infernal Blade gets it onto Roger. So that mini stun, but he's going to be able to walk that one off. No one still farming up. Does have the TP if he needs to get himself into this fight, but he wants the Malonja. Smoke inside the Roche pit. Roshan. This wave of terror with the -6 armor. Even no one coming in to sprout. The train's doing the jobs. Roshan, the minus armor is there. He's going down so quickly. Hellraisers, they don't really have vision of this yet. I'm going to see the Upper Smasher and Solo. Solo might chase down onto the Kunkka now as well. Kunkka, 2 more right clicks from Solo. Will get that silence off and the Curse of Avernus proc. Do they want to follow up on this? Top lane, the TP on onto Roger in the trees. So Roger hides himself away. The Sprout, I think they just missed the vision there on the Earthshaker. You want Funnick? Solo, he's getting brave there. It's going to be the Chakram. The Timber Chain comes forward as well, but he does have that Aphotic Shield in a few seconds. Borrowed time is still up as well. So Solo, all he can really do here is be harassed down.
My waters rise.
Just walks himself away safely though, which is the important part.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Roger. I don't think we've seen an Echo Slam just yet. He is still, what's that, about 700 gold away, 800 gold away from the Blink Dagger. Bottom line. ILTW as well. How far is this? This is the Ghost Scepter coming out, so it is going to be 17 minutes on the F-Blade. Well, it will be once he lets the courier get up to him. We're going to see a 3-man smoke. If you want to rotate through the Radiant Triangle, just come back and get this on your courier. Yeah, there it is. F-Blade is up. Roger looking like he might be in trouble. No mana, no Blink Dagger.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They ping him out. They get vision from the creep. They make a beeline towards him now as well. Resolution with the magic missile. They're going to be able to find him with the Haunting Wave. The right-click damage onto Roger. Waveform comes forward. The right-clicks from ILTW with this Metamorphosis form. It's still there. Or at least he stole the form again. So ILTW going to be able to start putting pressure onto this tier 2. Look at the damage of the
Dire's
outputs.
bottom tower is under attack.
With just the Vengeance Aura, it's 385 damage. So not even getting the pack lead aura. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, the Doom comes out onto Funnick, so Funnick not going to be able to run himself away from this one. Sprout now as well. Solo the train's going to be doing the damage, and Funnick won't be able to escape. That survivability that the Timber Saws are known for, stripped away from him with that Doom.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Morphlin had another snatch in 7 seconds. Roger, the F-Blade, the waveform in, the adaptive strike. See you later, nerds, indeed. As Roger didn't stand a chance.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire are scanning.
So Nyx trying to push his bottom lane tower. No one comes in for the defense. Words the follow-up though. There is a Grimstroke nearby if you can try and get the Phantom onto no one. Nyx hiding himself in the trees.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's bottom
So he's trying to trade off a tier 1 while Hellraisers, their tier 3s are being pressured. Look at this, he's going to go in deep, but he gets seen by the tower now as well. TP away, anything to stop this, he doesn't, so he just cancels that TP. Wants to save it for getting himself back into the mid lane if a fight breaks out, which it looks like it might do. Wrath of Nature as well as the Melania. Out for Nature's Prophet. Going towards that BKB. Grimstroke in the trees. In fact, the Stroke of Fate, so this might actually be the Sprout. It gets the vision. Memposhka can go for the TP. Does he have the damage to cancel this? He has the clumsy net. So he will cancel this TP. Funnick. Still 43 seconds away, so he might feel a little bit safer here. But still, the Sprout comes out. Wrath of Nature will be bouncing around. Clumsy Net in 5 seconds. Do you want to chase? Wave of Terror. Funnick, the swap comes out. Where's the Magic Missile? It's going to be coming out with the Infernal Blade now as well. Clumsy Net, the right-click damage. Solo will claim the kill. Which, you know, he comes along. He just secures that kill. Everybody puts in the work. He just secures it. Make sure that the Timber Sword doesn't get away.
Dire's top tower has been denied. Radiant's bottom
ILTW.
tower is under attack.
Going towards the BKB of his own.
Radiant's bottom tower
The
has fallen.
seeds of fortitude.
But he can just keep this push potential coming in. Does Doom still have that pack leader? Sorry, he does. And look at this. Nyx has been forced into the enemy jungle to try and find farm. He's slipping down that farm chart. Or at least Morphlin is accelerating ahead of him. Bottom lane, Solo has been caught out. Does still have the Aphotic Shield and the Borrowed Time. So Kasani going to be forced to back here. At least, yeah, Borrowed Time going to be popped. Solo just backs himself away. Taking a look at the buybacks, just in case a fight breaks out. The Dire. Okay, not on, well now not on the Nature's Prophet, but what did he buy out? Is that his full BKB? I think it is. Coming out on the courier. Oh, Terrorblade. Just with the TP. ILTW was close. Wraith King's there. Okay, so just some connection issues. Hopefully, the Baron won't be too long.
Sure.
What is that voice line? Can anybody tell me?
Dire's middle
'Cause-
tower is under attack.
Morphlin's on fire, and Hellraiser's defense is terrified. Mid lane, though, they're making a dive through. Funnick, he's going to be able to get himself away with the Timber Chain as well, but no one. Does he want to carry on going on to this? Funnick going to be taking a whole load of right clicks with the Clumsy Net as well. They have the lockdown for him. They take down Funnick. BKB going to be popped. Nyx pops his own. The Sunder comes through. ILTW, though, he doesn't care. He's got the swap back now as well. Nyx, no buyback for 45 seconds.
See you later, nerds.
And again, Morphlin is on fire. Hellraisers are just terrified. Backing themselves back to the T1. The blinking from Zayas. He has the effect to shield damage now as well. The swap to try and get Zayas back to safety. But I think 22 minutes into this, Echo Slam comes out onto 4. It's going to be cleaning up Zayas. Can he go any further? Solo with the borrowed time. It doesn't matter. Hellraisers. It was a good celebratory fireworks coming out. Maybe not from the right side there. Great Echo Slam. It was just a little bit too late. So Virtus Pro going to take this series 2-0 up against Hellraisers. This first match was 48 minutes. Second match, a hell of a lot quicker. 22 minutes, 29 seconds. 22 kills, 12k net worth lead. And VP, they take it in 2. Hellraisers just couldn't pull that one back. So guys, that is all for today. Let me take a look at the schedule because there was some rescheduling going on. So tomorrow, it's going to be no matches, but we're going to be back on Monday. Monday for 2 matches. Tuesday, 2 matches. All the way through to the 4th. So